Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode 27 of the Trophy Room Podcast,
Yeah.
a PlayStation podcast made by the players for the players. See, I got it down pat.
Got it.
I'm your host, Joseph. Not very good one, but we got an episode so nice we had to do it twice. I got my co-host here, Kyle Stevenson.
Hi, Joe. How are you?
Oh, I'm fantastic. How are you doing?
I'm okay.
Yeah.
I'm all right. Hanging in there. It was a long day today, but
Same here.
decided to talk PlayStation.
Oh, God. So here's the deal, gang. I'm just going to be completely transparent. We did this episode before. I messed up. It has been sacrificed to the PlayStation and podcast gods. And so now as we redo this episode, it's actually better because we actually have way more to talk about. But before we get into that conversation, before we do now If I Was Shue and Kyle Stevenson's courtroom, which we do have today.
Oh, wait. I need to grab something then.
Oh God.
I'll be right back. Go ahead, Joe. Keep going.
All right. I'm gonna talk about what we've been playing, and so usually I'd ask Kyle, but he needs to get his scepter. He needs to get his crown. So guys, gang, I've played a little bit more of a game called Celeste. I got my first battle royale in Fortnite, which was amazing because all I did for the entire game was pretend to be a bush. It was amazing. That game's amazing. And Kyle, guess what?
What?
I got you into Fortnite.
You did get me into Fortnite. We played together on Sunday.
Oh, and we got to what position did we get to?
I think we were sixth place.
I'll take it.
Yeah, it was up there.
And that was your first game. Like,
that was my first game, yeah.
It was awesome because like I was showing you the ropes, and it was the perfect game to do that because like nobody bothered us throughout the entire game. So I was able to teach you what the storm is, what it does, you're scavenging, chests, and different types of loot and stuff. So it was really awesome to get you into it. Have you been playing since?
Yeah, I played a little bit yesterday and got to 7th, I think, solo. I did. I heard you say you hid in a bush, right?
Yeah.
That's what I did. I hid in a bush,
It
killed
works.
somebody who snuck right by me. Oh, it works fantastic.
Dude, 9 times out of 10. Nobody expects it. The best thing is there's an emote in the game that is a worm. You do the worm. And the funniest thing you'll ever see is when someone puts the bush on. Like, literally, in this game, guys, there's an item that turns you into a giant bush. It's kind of like, think about, like, Metal Gear Solid when you're in the box. It's that type of ridiculous. And just imagine this bush with legs just doing the worm. It's, oh my God, it's hilarious. But I'm having a ball with that. And then I played a little ditty called Shadow of the Colossus. On the PlayStation 4, the remake by Bluepoint Games. Kyle, have you played a little game called Shadow of the Colossus?
I did play a little game called Shadow of the Colossus.
Now, to let everybody know, this is my first time entering the game, entering even a Team Ico game. Mm-hmm. So I don't even know if I'm pronouncing it right. Some people say Ico, some people say Eco, and I'm like, it's Ico. It's ICO. But nonetheless, where do you come in? Are you a fan of Team Ico, or are you a fan of Shadow of the Colossus?
I'm a fan of Team Ico as when it comes to their artwork.
Okay.
And the style of game. I think I've in the past when it came out on PS2, I think I've only played maybe an hour of it, if that.
Right.
So I was very excited to get into this remaster.
Now, a lot of people, it's this, and I kind of feel vindicated. A lot of people are approaching this kind of with mixed feelings. It's either you love it or you see the appeal, but it's not the greatest thing on earth. Mm-hmm. So I come off where I see that this game has aged. Like I don't need to play it back in 2005 to know this game has aged. And to me, the controls are a little bit too wonky for their own good. Mm-hmm. The camera is a little bit hit or miss. Like sometimes it does a great job showing you the scale and the epic, surroundings. Like when you're on a Colossi and they're just like throwing you about. The camera does a really great job of like really giving you the cinematic feel, like of this grand adventure you're going on. But then sometimes it just is inaccurate, and sometimes it's just frustrating. And so, what are your feelings about the controls and the?
I feel the same way, much like we talked about in our Lost episode.
Yeah.
There's that one jump at the ramp for the third Colossi, where you have to jump and grab onto a platform and pull yourself up in order to get to it. We both missed it a bunch, and it was super frustrating because when you first learn how to climb in the game,
yes,
it says to climb on the vines. Jump on the vines, hit the climb button, work your way up.
Yep.
So on this little platform, there's vines hanging on the side, so you try to aim for that, but it's not where you're supposed to jump to.
Yeah, and the thing is it's this plateau that's surrounded by a giant lake. And Wanderer, which is his name, I thought it was just Cute Girl Boy. Cute Girl Boy doesn't know how to swim fast at all.
No.
It's like he's me, you know? It's like I float, I don't swim. Same with Wanderer. And so like for me, I attempted this jump 15 times. 15, and I wasted almost an hour trying to jump on this platform.
Yeah.
To me, the game is this. And like I don't want to sound overly negative for those of you who love it or like it. Cool. To me, the problem with this game is getting to the Colossi. Getting to the Colossi, you have your little Lord of the Rings compass sword that I don't like personally to try to find them, because you have to, move to look around. And again, camera and controls are really wonky, so it just doesn't work half the time.
Yeah.
But when you get to a Colossus and you're engaging them and you're quote unquote fighting them,
yeah,
it's so much fun because the first three Colossi do such a great job of showing you the ropes in terms of what this game is and what it has in store for you and what you'll have to do. And I think after that, each fight is amazing in their own right, except for the giant alligator. Every single one is awesome, epic. I love the serpent. I know that might not be everyone's favorite, but I like that one. I love the giant bird that's from Pokemon Y. I see you, Pokemon, Nintendo stealing Sony stuff. I kid. But like, I love the Colossi fights. I just hate the controls.
Yeah, my biggest issue again falls in to getting to the Colossi.
Yeah,
is the horse controls really sluggish and cumbersome, and I'm just not a big fan of that. And again, we're sounding like we're a little bit more negative on it than usual. The game's fantastic. Yeah. I think it does a great job of making you feel like you're on this epic quest. But there's still some parts of it that are stuck in PS2 era that is hard to fix.
It's still a classic. I can see where the appeal is. I understand, and it's kind of like getting to the party late. Everybody had a great time, and then you enter the party, and now it's kind of like everybody's like talking about how great the party was earlier. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like everybody's trying to leave, type of deal. That's the feeling. But
another example of that would be, as a movie buff, not seeing The Godfather, like never seeing it.
Yeah,
that was me last year. I saw it for the first time last year, and see that look on your face is the same thing. Like it's I was late to the party, and rightfully so. Yeah. But at least I experienced it, and you should totally experience Shadow of the Colossus.
Exactly. The best thing I can throw this up to is it's a great game, great experience, still holds up. You see some flaws, some cracks. I showed my best friend Die Hard because she's never seen it, and it's the best Christmas movie ever.
Yes, it is.
And she's just like, it's good. But you talk about it so much and all the time that like it couldn't live up to that. And I feel like that is something when we talk about games, everybody wants to be a part of the conversation, and sometimes you're late to the party. And so like when it comes to like Super Meat Boy, everybody talks about how amazing Super Meat Boy is.
Yeah,
I've played it and I'm like, it's good. It's not this amazing thing to me though.
Yeah.
So, to me, it's just like arriving to the party a little late and seeing where it's gone. So, with that, I do have our first story for you.
All
And
right.
that is, drum roll please.
Can you hear it?
Yeah, I hear it. Oh, yeah.
Perfect.
Shadow of the Colossus is the #1 game on the UK charts, topping Monster Hunter Worlds. Holy crap. It's also up 70% from the original game that launched in the PlayStation 2 era. What do you feel about Shadow of the Colossus being #1 and this being the 8th PlayStation game to hit #1 this console generation?
Yeah. I think it's awesome.
Yeah.
Especially because, which we will get into soon, it leads the way for more of these type of remasters.
Yeah.
And especially at the $40 price point, I think it's perfectly priced. I think it's such a beloved game for since it came out, and people want to see what it's all about if you've never experienced it, or the fan base is so
Passionate.
what's the word? Passionate. Thank you. They're so passionate for this game that of course they're going to buy it and replay it in all its new graphic glory.
Yeah. I mean, seeing this game, I remember as a kid, I talked about this in the Bad Bit video I made, watching my friends playing, but never being able to, and going, wow, this game looks beautiful. And then looking at some YouTube videos of what it looked like back in 2005.
Yeah,
I was
right?
like, oh boy. Even the PlayStation 3 remaster, I was just like, oh boy. This game really is a looker.
That's me whenever I go back and play Final Fantasy VIII.
Yeah.
I love Final Fantasy VIII. But if you haven't played it in a long time, booting it up for the first time, and the hair is so thin, yeah, like it's when we were younger, that game looked gorgeous to me.
Yeah.
Like that was like the top of the line, and it still looks pretty good for what it was a PS1 game, but it's jarring, like you said.
Yeah.
It's weird to see it.
I have that problem going back to games, like from my childhood. I feel like 2D is easier because I feel
100%.
like it but when it comes to like 3D, there's something about the way, because I feel like 2D at this point is perfected at its time, and now it's just refined a little bit even more, if that makes sense. Where 3D games, they only gotten better, right?
Yeah.
So like the controls of Shadow of the Colossus, the reason why they don't register well, and they probably would never register well, is because this game is from 2005.
Yeah.
So for me, yeah, I appreciate the work Blue Point has done. Also, do want to mention this is one of the most beautiful games on the PlayStation 4. It is a game you pop in to show people how beautiful the console is.
It's one of the ones I wish I had the Pro for.
Yeah, I have
a
it on the
4K
Pro.
TV. Like I'm sure it looks gorgeous.
Beautiful, and the sounds are even better. It's fantastic. So
the music in it is like one of my favorite parts.
Dude, the
like
music,
when you're climbing up the Colossi and you hit a certain point where the epic score comes in, and you're like, all right, I'm ready to go to battle. In a way, you're not really battling it, but like
you're climbing it, you're scaling.
Yes.
It's more like a puzzle more than a boss fight. But but yeah, I'm really happy about this. It just shows again the power of PlayStation, right?
Absolutely.
It shows you that PlayStation has resonated with gamers this generation. It shows that like Sony gets it this gen, and I want them to continue to get it. With games like Bloodborne, games like Until Dawn, games like Uncharted, Horizon Zero Dawn, the list goes on. These games are speaking to gamers that I think if they were launching the PlayStation 3 era, I don't think they would be that popular. Honest to God, I think Sony's at this level that I think gamers have met. Because, honest to God, some of the best games I played were on the PlayStation 3, were games like Uncharted 2 and The Last of Us, and I think once The Last of Us happened, gamers got it. That this is where you want the story. So with that,
Sony has learned from their mistakes, obviously, from that era.
Yeah.
Which is why we're getting these amazing experiences, and people are buying a PlayStation and going out and buying games.
And with that, I wanna hit on this one point. We got Shadow of the Colossus, right? We got Crash Bandicoot remastered or remade. Now it seems as though via Kotaku UK, and may Shuhei be praised.
You know what's awesome, Joe?
Yes.
As you're talking, we both are smiling a little bit. Like the smile's getting bigger and bigger.
Yep.
Oh my god. It's time to unleash the dragon, Joe.
Unleash it, Kyle. Spyro's back.
Hallelujah. No, and
my
it's
goodness.
not tied to figures.
Yes.
It's going to be remasters of the PS1 games, which I loved
Yep.
just as much as Crash. Like
Yep.
they go back and forth with me. In
I love
terms of how
Spyro
much
more
I
than
love them.
Crash. I don't like Crash that much. I love Spyro the Dragon.
Yeah.
Because, guys, here's my PlayStation history for you. I've only played one level in Spyro. Okay? So you go, why do I like Spyro so much? Because as a kid, I was dirt-ass poor, and all I had was a PlayStation 1 and a demo disc. A demo disc that had Crash Bandicoot and Spyro the Dragon. So I would play that game for hours, but only on one level. How sad is that? Now
It's not
get
sad.
to-
I did that too, Joe. That's like
Kyle.
one of my favorite PlayStation memories.
Vindication here, because to me, that was my childhood. Every time, man, I would boot up that PlayStation 1. I wanted these games so bad, but I could never get them. And now as an adult, I feel like I'm going to complete that cycle. I'm going to fulfill the dreams that little Joe had back in 96, 97. By golly geez, it's going to happen. Oh boy, I remember the salami sandwiches I used to eat alongside playing Spyro. So with that, okay, we're excited for Spyro.
Absolutely.
Do you think though, take your bias out of it, Kyle?
Yeah.
Is this gonna be as big as Crash Bandicoot, the N'Sane Trilogy?
I'm going to say yes.
Okay. And what makes you think
Because when I'm thinking purely financially.
Because I'm agreeing with you right now. I think it's gonna be huge.
Purely financially, you're going to go in the store and like, oh, there's a new Spyro game. Isn't he part of Skylanders? Oh, let's see what this new Skylanders game's all about. And they pop it in and they realize this is where it all started.
Exactly, Kyle. You nailed it on the head, dude.
Even with a headache, I'm pretty smart.
You nailed it. This is why you're my co-host, man. Because I was thinking about this when I read it. I was like, a lot of people were like, we don't know if it's going to be as big as Crash. Some people don't think so. But to me, I'm like, no, I actually think this has the opportunity to be as big or even bigger than Crash. Take my passion out of it for just a second. Take my nostalgia out of it for just a second. Skylanders was once named Spyro's Skylanders or something to that extent, right? Spyro's Adventure Skylanders or something like that. And Spyro was the mascot for Skylanders, and he still is to an extent that I believe he's in the TV shows. He's a main character. So with that alone, you have kids that recognize Spyro. And you're going to get the kids that were in the tail end of the series that haven't grown up completely, or maybe are looking at this and going, "Oh my God, Skylanders are coming back." With that, headspace. All you need to do to get this game to sell like gangbusters is drop a few commercials in Nickelodeon and Cartoon Network, and you're good as gold. And then for us, all you have to tell us is bam, it's here. Because the one major thing that I think naysayers mistaken is once Crash said that it's going to have its N'Sane Trilogy exclusive for the PlayStation 4, what was the next thing people said?
Spyro. Yeah.
Where's Spyro? Okay, this is cool. Where's Spyro? So,
and it's not like the announcement even got us excited.
Yeah.
It was when Sean Layden wore a Crash shirt. We went crazy. So that people, just the thought of Spyro, just a tease, and when I saw the thumbnail while I was scrolling through Twitter today, I saw Spyro on it. I was like, oh no, is it happening? I didn't even read it. I just saw Spyro, and then I clicked on the article. And the best part is, the rumors are saying we'll hear about a date. We'll hear about it officially in March, which is very close. And the same article written by, I think, Laura Keane Dale, I think is her name. I forgot. I don't know her last name.
yeah.
On Kotaku, she said that it's aiming for a fall release, like later this year. So not only are we getting the announcement, we're possibly getting it the same year.
Oh boy.
Which will add to the list of reasons why you won't see me anywhere else in public. I'll be playing Spyro, I'll be playing Red Dead, I'll be playing Kingdom Hearts.
So I got another bit of news for you guys as well. So the rumor has it is that that's an Adele song. That's every time like you go, why does he do that? That's my Adele impression. The rumor has it is that Crash again is gonna head to the Switch, and he's gonna head to the Xbox. Mm-hmm. That Sony had a year exclusivity with Activision. So with Spyro's announcement, the rumor has is that it's gonna also be a 1 year exclusive for PlayStation. Do you think it's going to be that? Or do you think that they're like, okay, listen, we made a shit ton of money last time. You know, we're Activision now. We made a shit ton of money. I want to capitalize this and show my investors that it just gotten even bigger. So, you know, Sony, you can announce it, but this is going to come to everybody day one. What do you think about that?
I still think Sony's going to push for that year exclusivity. Yeah.
I
think it'd be smart. I think it'd be smart for Sony to do so.
Now, I got a question for you.
Yeah.
And this is something we didn't do last time, and I regretted it real bad, Kyle.
Okay. Yeah.
Now, if I was Shue...
Uh-huh.
Oh, snap.
Oh, boy.
We had Shadow. We had Crash. We're doing Medieval. We got Spyro. Now, I'm putting you on the spot because I didn't put this shit in the notes.
No, you didn't.
What's next? What am I remastering next?
What's next?
If I was Shue, again, Shuhei Yoshida be praised. He actually runs the scenes. You know, he lets Sean Layden have his throne, but Sean Layden knows that he's just a puppet that is played by the strings of Shuhei motherfucking Shida. That's actually his middle name.
You know what I would say, Joe? Because I'm not sure if it got this big treatment like the Crash games or Shadow. What about the first Metal Gear Solid? Now, did that ever get like I mean, it's Konami, so probably not. So let me take that back. Selfishly, I want Brave Fencer Musashi because that's like one of my favorite PlayStation 1 games.
Okay, I'll give you that. I have no idea what that is.
That's never going to happen, Joe. It's never going to happen.
What is this?
It's very much like a Zelda clone for PlayStation.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah. Okay. I love it. Was the first game that I rented from Blockbuster when I got my PlayStation. Oh, and cool. I remember it specifically because it had the Final Fantasy VIII demo inside of it.
Ooh.
So it was like a double thing.
How cool would it be if it had the Final Fantasy VII like
the remake or something? Oh my god, that'd be great.
Or you know, teaser. Okay.
If I was I'm thinking PS1.
Yeah.
That's where I'm going. Siphon filter. It just came to me. Siphon filter.
Taking mine, Sean. Sean? Why are you
Sean? I don't know.
I was thinking of Sean Layden. How dare you, Kyle? And Sean Layden. How dare you infiltrate my mind?
I think Siphon Filter is a no-brainer. I think some fans really love that series.
I do too.
Myself included. And I think they've been clamoring for a new one, so...
And rumor has it is Bluepoint is looking to do another remake. They're hiring people right now for a third-person game. Mm-hmm. So maybe you're right. You know, PlayStation and Bluepoint seemingly have a very comfortable and very steady relationship. So I actually think yours is way better than mine. Siphon Filter, another game I played the first level a shit ton of, but the first game also we were able to buy, and I saw my brother. Was it Siphon Filter? And guys, let me know in the comments. Didn't it have like 2 or 3 discs? It had like a it had a lot of discs to it.
I think so. I think so.
And so I watched my brother play that, and that game got really weird because I believe he started fighting like Satanists or people lighting themselves on fire.
Oh, jeez. I never got that far.
Yeah, my brother did, and that's what he told me he was fighting, so I just believed him. Again, people
Yeah.
are like, no, you're fighting terrorists, and they're lighting themselves on fire because, I don't know, maybe you're fighting terrorists that are also Buddhists, and that's super ironic. For me, I would say 2 games. One,
Okay.
we mentioned it last show. I want Twisted Metal back. I want it bad. I
Yep.
need it. Let's give those boys over there at the Drawn to Life crew, David Jaffe. Let's give them a game that they can do, and they can do insane justice to. Make it a $20, make it a $40 game. I feel like that would be such a fun game to remaster or
Yeah.
even remake. The other game I was thinking of, just before Spider-Man on the PlayStation 4, is Spider-Man on the PlayStation 1.
Okay.
So that's what I would do if I was Shu. Again, pulling the strings. Who is Sean Layden? I would make that little puppet dance while it makes me Twisted Metal.
Now, I was trying to find out how many discs Siphon Filter had.
Yeah.
But while I did that, I saw a couple other games that
Ooh.
would be good for a remaster.
Please let me know.
Something that I completely forgot about, Crash Team Racing.
Ooh.
That'd be cool.
Okay.
I know our friend at Kinda Funny Tim would love that, and
Yes.
I think all of us would because it's fantastic.
It is pretty good.
You said Twisted Metal, which I just saw.
Yep. Give it to me, baby.
Where'd they go? And again, it's another Konami series.
Mm-hmm.
Silent Hill. Those would be really cool for a remaster.
Oh shit! And just because we had PT, I don't know though because of PT if they could go back to Silent Hills.
Yeah. And then the other one, which I think is one that fans have been asking for, at least for RPG fans like myself, right behind Final Fantasy VII Remake, is Legend of Dragoon Remake.
Okay.
I could see that maybe happening. Because that's another beloved RPG from back in the day. And it's another Square game, so who knows?
You know what? I'll take your word for it, Kyle.
Yeah.
I'll take your word for it.
Also, a special shout out to Tomba. Do you remember Tomba?
No, I do not.
The pink-haired caveman dude that has to fight the evil pigs to save the island? Oh, Joe, you should. It's hard to explain, but it's very, very fun. That's another one of my very first PlayStation games.
Okay, all right. Where men are men and the pigs are scared, I guess. We got another story for you.
Yeah.
We're not done here.
Yes.
Okay? Ubisoft has come out in an investor call. This is the time of investor calls. This is a great time if you're a YouTuber because you could do the speculations of speculations of speculations here. But Ubisoft has come out by saying this about loot boxes. First off, I'm gonna read the first 2 paragraphs here. During Ubisoft's quarterly investor conference call, Chief Executive Officer Yves Guillemot and Chief Financial Officer, and I'm just gonna do it in a French accent as well, Alain Martinez. Oh wait, no, that just came out Mexican. And super racist. Okay. They talked about microtransactions and loot boxes. Martinez mentioned during the prepared remarks that live services continue to drive strong engagement in digital performance. For the first 9 months of the current fiscal year, Ubisoft's monthly active users, excluding mobile, were up 34% year on year. Player recurring investment, PRI, was up 87% this year to 319 million euros. I'm going to stop you right there. I'm going to end that quote. PRI, that they're saying is player recurring investment. That is microtransactions. in 1 year is up 87%. If we think loot boxes are going anywhere, they are not.
Yeah, they'll be around for a while.
Oh God, yes. Now I'm going to skip a few paragraphs and I'm going to quote Martinez here. Martinez also asked to comment on loot boxes, and he explains that the publisher defines them as a question of quality and choice, and that applies to all kinds of PRI. Again, loot boxes. According to the executive, Ubisoft needs to deliver on the right quality for people to be interested, and at the same time, customers need to feel that they are really free not to buy it, and they have an actual choice. How does that make you feel, Kyle? We see on one side, they are full bore with microtransactions, up 87%. Right? That's concerning because I'm not a fan of microtransactions, not a fan of loot boxes. But what do you think they're saying here in terms of making it feel like they don't have to? Like what do you feel about that quote entirely?
That the player doesn't have to?
Yeah, that they don't feel, when you make them feel like they're not required to buy anything is when they'll buy something. Is what pretty much he's trying to get at.
That quote instantly makes me think of, let's say your mom makes fresh baked chocolate chip cookies and she puts them on the counter right in front of you and says, Kyle, you're not allowed to touch them. But they look so enticing.
They do.
And so you're going to try to sneak one here and there, and then they're so good you keep eating them, or at least for me, because, Team Fat right here.
Team Large and in charge.
Team Large and in charge.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, I think if they put it out there, obviously there's going to be a percentage of players that are going to utilize them.
Yeah. And
I think it's a smart move because obviously it's up 87%. Even though we hate it, they're making money, and games are making money. So,
and I'll be honest, as a person who has bought Rainbow Six Siege on both platforms because I enjoy it so much, I feel like Ubisoft is one of those publishers that are doing it not necessarily right, but they're doing it better than most. And so, like, I'm still not a fan of some of the progression in Rainbow Six, but it's not enough for me to criticize, right? It's enough for me to actually, like, turn the other cheek too. It doesn't bother me because I don't buy anything, so I don't care. You know, like, I feel like weapon skins in a game that is taking itself super seriously is kind of dumb. Now, with that said, though, when you give it the choice and you're not making them, that is when I'll reward you. So, like, Fortnite, great example. I mentioned this last episode, but I enjoyed myself so much that I was like, I'll give you $10. That's where I'll go with this. You know, it's free. Might as well give you $10 to show that I appreciate what you're doing here. So for that, that's what I have to say. I like this. I just want them to mean it more.
Yeah.
And with that, we also have our second story. Oh my goodness. We got stories up the wazoo, Kyle.
You're the man of many accents tonight.
I know. I'm a man of mystery. You try to guess where I'm from. You won't know. I'll do my Barack Obama voice now.
Oh, boy.
Assassin's Creed Origins is on the path of outselling Syndicate times 2. So, in other words, because I'm trying to nail this accent, Origins is going to outsell Syndicate 2 times. So, okay. All right. I'm going to say that in English.
2 times.
I was just so, like, I'm in the, like, the zone of the us. Origins is on the path of outselling Assassin's Creed Syndicate by double. And that's crazy. It's only been a couple of months. This thing is selling so nuts. Your gut check right here, right now. I don't want to dive too deep. Do you think that they also said the season pass as well? They love the numbers from it. Do you think there's going to be another Assassin's Creed this year, or do you think they're going to sit on it and maybe give you Watchdogs instead?
Meaning a Watchdogs game this year in the fall?
Yep.
Instead of ooh. I don't know if either is a possibility. I think I think they'll wait a year. I think they don't want to make the same mistake as they did with Assassin's Creed earlier, where they had it every year and then it got stale. So I think they're kind of committed to maybe taking a year off in between each one.
Mm-hmm. But if I'm Ubisoft, right?
Yeah.
Again, now if I was Shu inside Ubisoft's offices,
If you were Ys,
and if I was here's a demo, Jesus fuck.
oh jeez.
Oh, I'm going crazy. If he's their mont, who's also a French chef, apparently, a caricature. If I was him, I need a game in the fall, right? Like we got Vivendi, he's crawling on my back, but then at the same time on the other shoulder, I got Red Dead Redemption coming out in the fall. And so we're in this sticky situation because Watchdogs 1, gave the perception like Ubisoft lied, and didn't give the perception, asterisk, they lied, right? Mm-hmm. You don't show a game that looks that great, and then when it actually comes out at launch, it looks like that. So, yes, you deceived players, you lied. Deceiving is a fancy word for liar. Liar, liar, pants on fire, gears down, mont. With that said, though, you have yourself a sticky situation with Watch Dogs because of the first game. The second one did not sell that good, though it was an amazing game.
Yes.
Seriously was. It's super underrated. If you come out with Watch Dogs 3 and it doesn't sell well, what happens to you?
It's a good question, and I don't know what happens. But you just talking about Watch Dogs kind of jogged something from my memory. There's actually an Easter egg of sorts in Assassin's Creed Origins for Watch Dogs.
Yes, and Watch Dogs has the same thing for Origins.
Yeah, so they're obviously wanting to keep that in everyone's mind that yes, they have another franchise. Yep. But don't forget, we're getting Far Cry 5 in a month.
Oh man, I've
big Ubisoft game. So. I'm
suddenly really fucking excited.
Yeah.
I don't know why. My mom's in a lot of pain. I'm hearing right now.
Oh.
She's got a sinus ache and she's just moaning and groaning. Oh my goodness! I'm sorry if you guys hear that. It's a little annoying at this point. And I'm like, oh, my mom in pain. What a inconvenience on me.
Let's talk about Far Cry.
Yeah, Far Cry. Yeah, no, I'm really excited for it. Ubisoft's on a roll, man. I'm really happy for it. But you know what? This isn't an Ubisoft podcast.
No, but I do think maybe at E3 they'll drop a little something for fall.
And the last thing, because again, we're not an Ubisoft podcast made by the French players for the French bread. The last thing I want to mention is that Rainbow Six Siege right now through I believe the 15th, which is Friday, through the 19th, which is President's Day. Hashtag not my President's Day. What's wrong with me, Kyle? It's caffeine.
Oh, jeez.
You will have a free weekend for Rainbow Six Siege. So if you're interested in this game, please, 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 please play. And also, I will throw my PSN out there. My name is Blackout. One word, I know, generic. And then connected to it, 4521. Add me on PSN because Sunday we're going to do a little ditty called Siege Sunday. If you are, I've been saying this for weeks, but now I mean it because now I finally got everything, all the software working right. Oh no, I need to knock on something or else it doesn't come true. We're going to make Siege Sunday come back in a big way here. I'm stealing it from a place that shall not be known, and it's mine now. So I guess hashtag deal with it. People want credit where credit is due. Oh boy, I took a day from you. Cry me a river. Yeah, Siege Sunday coming back, and it's awesome because you get to play for free. And it's great because you get to play with me. And I don't know what I'm doing. You don't know what you're doing. We're going to ball to a fall. That's what the kids are saying now.
Yeah, it sounds fun.
So, with that, let's get to the next thing here. Oh my goodness, 40 minutes in. Guess what? There's this little game coming out. Kingdom Hearts 3, I think it's called.
Kingdom Hearts 3?
I don't know. First off, it came out during the Disney Expo in Japan. I think what is it called? D23, right?
D23. Yeah.
D23 Japan. Kingdom Hearts came out with guns blazing, showing off Monsters Inc. world. Kyle, are you a fan of Kingdom Hearts? How does this make you feel?
I am a fan of Kingdom Hearts. I'm not... Like, if you were to ask me a question about the lore of Kingdom Hearts, it's very jumbled up in my brain. But I have such fond memories of playing them, and they're super fun games, and I love them for that. That I'm just excited to hop back in that world, and that they're teasing some Pixar worlds is making my heart grow fonder of the series. Like Monsters Inc. was so exciting to me because that's one of my favorite Pixar movies. And the other world that they teased, what was it, last year at some point? Toy Story? Like, how can you not get excited about both of those?
Yeah. For me, I'm in the same boat. I really do like Kingdom Hearts 1. It's one of my favorite games on the PlayStation 2. Kingdom Hearts 2 is, I'm going to say it, maybe you're going to hate me for it, but fuck you anyway. My favorite one in the series. Kingdom Hearts 2, because there's one part where you're surrounded by, what are they called? The Darkness, right? Or something. Is that, I'm confusing Destiny with, no, the Heartless. There you go.
Heartless, I was about to say,
Yeah, I was like, the Darkness. The Guardian. Sora. I could just, I'm hearing the Crucible guy in my head, you know, like just as I'm mowing down dudes. There's this one part in Kingdom Hearts 2 where you're surrounded by Heartless, and you're just like, it's an army versus you, and you're wreaking havoc. Like, nobody could fucking touch you. That was one of the coolest moments. I think it's one of like the coolest moments in the series, but even as a gamer for me, it was one of those first moments where I went, oh, what the fuck, this is awesome. Like, it was like, yeah, I'm outmanned, outgunned, and they're the ones that are fucked. Like, the only time I ever got that feeling was, again, I'm going to show my nerd props here, World of Warcraft, Vanilla WoW, Zul'Farrak, The Temple. 5 people know what I'm talking about. That fight's fucking nuts.
That sentence was just like really hard trigonometry math in my brain. What's going on? It's like that Zach Galifianakis gif when he's doing the math equations.
Yeah, I love it. I love that. So to me, seeing Monsters Inc., I'm in. I love the designs, though I think Sully's fur is a little video game, you know? Because from what I've seen so far, the game looks like a Pixar game, right? Like, games now look like Pixar movies. And it's sick. And so seeing that kind of turned me off a little bit, but I'm like, hey, Joe, they have time. What worlds would you like to see? What do you think you're going to see worlds-wise?
What do I think? I think we'll go back to some of the classic Disney worlds.
Okay. Well, actually, I'll stop you here.
Yeah.
Are we going to see a Marvel world?
I think it would be really smart, and I think it'd be super exciting, too. But I would probably put more money on Star Wars.
Ooh, okay. You think you're going to see a Star War?
Yeah.
Do you mean Sora gets a fucking
lightsaber? Can you imagine, Joe? Just that
Kyle.
Sentence right now. I saw the realization in your face.
Do you know the memes now? Because you remember the Kylo Ren meme when he first turned on his fucking awesome lightsaber, the coolest one.
Yeah. It's gonna be a Keyblade now with the keychain coming out. Oh yeah.
You're like, oh yeah, Joseph. I just now have an erection.
and then Donald and Goofy can be the droids.
Donald's R2. Goofy could be either Chewbacca.
Let's do it, Kingdom Hearts. Come on now.
Fuck me, dude. Oh,
come on now.
I doubt Star Wars highly, but now you saying it, I need it.
Yeah.
Holy shit, you could be helping Finn or Rey. Oh my goodness. And they'll be like, what are these? And they're like...
But again, it's probably so far-fetched and probably not going to happen, but...
Or like a Luke and like Vader.
Here's a question.
Vader fighting the Heartless? Dude, I can't even now.
Will Kingdom Hearts 3 have like a season pass? Because that could totally be something that they add on to it.
I hope.
Yeah.
One could, I mean, yeah, yes. they want to tack as much shit on because this game has costed them so much. So yes.
Yeah.
Is it going to be good season pass? I don't know, but I think they're going to make a big deal about it like they did with Final Fantasy 15. That mediocre game that I feel like everybody, here's the thing with Final Fantasy 15. If you like it, cool, whatever. I thought it was mediocre. I wasn't the biggest fan, but I feel like that game was good, but it wasn't this thing that blew everybody away. I feel like when people look back at 15, maybe it's just me. They're like, yeah, it was all right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's
in my backlog. I need to play it eventually.
So getting back to Kingdom Hearts, because that massive rager got me all confused in the noggin. So okay, Marvel not gonna happen. Star Wars wishful thinking. You think we're gonna get some classics? Are we gonna get any Pixar movies?
Any more than Monsters and Toy Story?
Yeah.
God, you just saying that just made me really hope that we don't see a Cars world. I hope not. But it is Square, and they'll probably happen.
Cars is like the worst. It's like, I think of Cars like a DreamWorks movie, Yeah. It's like, but, you try, that's cute.
I also think it's probably a guarantee we'll see a Frozen world.
Yeah, I think that's...
I think Frozen will be...
I'm just thinking now, I'm thinking of Owen Wilson. He just... Oh, wow.
Wow.
Oh, wow. Kingdom Hearts. Oh, wow.
Here's
Frozen,
the question.
That's a great movie. Oh, wow.
Would we see a Wreck-It Ralph world? Or will everything like collapse itself into one black hole?
That is the Inception.
Right?
Like incepted Kingdom Hearts. Oh, Jesus Christ, Kyle. What are you doing?
I don't know.
Oh, Bosnian brains.
Even the non-Pixar stuff that we've seen the Tangled world. Okay. I think that's pretty cool. The Rapunzel little bit of gameplay that was in that last trailer seemed cool.
It did.
I'm just excited to see again what it looks like on this generation of consoles.
Yeah.
And bring back that Disney magic in games,
I can't wait for this game. And my last question, we talked about it in our last episode, the Lost episode.
Yeah.
Is this game coming out this year?
I think so. Absolutely.
Do you think it's afraid of Red Dead Redemption?
I said it last night. I'll say it again. This is a franchise I think gives zero shits about what's coming out around it. I think it's big enough and the fan base is big enough, and I don't feel like there's a lot of crossover between Red Dead and Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah.
I mean, there's probably some, like us, who play
but
pretty
I think
much
it's
everything.
So, like...
They're separate games, too.
Yeah.
Which
the difference
also
between
helps.
Watchdogs and this game is the fact that, though Kingdom Hearts is an open world, it's more hub world, while Watchdogs is a literally, not carbon copy, but it is in the same exact vein as a Red Dead or a, GTA, right?
Yeah.
GTA gave birth to games like Watchdogs, as where Kingdom Hearts, I think, right off the bat, it sells itself. It's Disney. And I think, Rockstar is powerful, but Disney's also one tricky bitch. So with that, I got right on the point I wanted to. I have a knack for segues. Do you know that?
Oh, a knack, you say?
A knack for... the PlayStation free games in February, guys.
Yeah.
We're getting KNACK.
Yes, we are.
Shuhei, be praised. KNACK is going to be the first one, the original, the one that started it all. And Rhyme is going to be the free PlayStation 4 games for the month of February. We're also going to get Spelunker HD for the PlayStation 3. Oh God.
Yugen Souls?
Fuck yes. For the PlayStation 3. Exile Zen for the PlayStation Vita. Grand Kingdom, PlayStation Vita, also available on the PlayStation 4. And apparently...
The Starblood Arena for VR, you can also download this month as well.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So we're starting to get VR implemented into the free games.
Yeah, it seems like every other month they'll have a VR game. At least that's what it's been
That's
so far.
great.
I'm super excited about that.
So KNACK memes aside, Kyle, you have a segment you want to share for us.
I do, yeah.
Go for it.
Back on one of the first episodes we did together, we picked out a couple trophies for you to go find and hunt and collect and share them with us. And we're going to try to do it around PS Plus games.
Okay.
Because that way, if you have PS Plus, you can just download the games. You don't have to spend extra money
Free.
to get a trophy.
Or it's not free. Whatever you want.
Yeah.
Potatoes, to me, it's like potatoes.
So obviously, because of this historic moment where everyone will get a chance to play KNACK, obviously I'm going to send you into the world of KNACK to try to grab a trophy.
Oh boy, what trophy are we trying to nab?
Here's my challenge to you. My challenge to you is, I'm not going to say get the platinum in KNACK because it's actually a very difficult thing to do.
Okay.
It's a hard game. It's very tricky. But besides that, I just want you to try it out and, joking aside, actually
give it a chance.
Give it a chance. So the trophy I'm going to send you guys out to go get is called the Chieftain's Badge. You basically just have to beat the boss in Chapter 3-5. Just clear that. You can't miss it. It's story related, and then either tweet at us, comment down below in the video, tell us what you honestly think of KNACK. Because I think it's given a lot of shit I don't think it's rightfully deserved.
Okay.
I think it's a game that wasn't like when you think launch of a new system, KNACK isn't really what you think of.
Right.
But it's a solid platformer, and I think if you have a friend that you can play co-op with, go the co-op route because it's actually very fun playing co-op with somebody else. So I beg you, give KNACK a try. You can joke about it afterwards if you want. You can say how much you hate it after. Just give it a chance.
Kyle, guess what we got this week? You're not going to believe it, even if I told you last night.
Oh, no. Wait, can I guess?
Okay.
Is it viewer mail?
We do, for the first time on the Trophy Room, a PlayStation podcast made by the players for the players, we have 2 bits of viewer mail. So here's the deal, gang. If you want, please, if you have something you want to ask us, follow us on Twitter. I'm at Mr. Badbit. Kyle's over here at WhoDatNinja73.
Yes,
Who
sir.
Dat Ninja?
Brownie points if you can figure out what the reference is.
I don't know, and so I'm gonna leave it a surprise.
Okay.
But what we're going to do the day before we record, we're going to ask. We're going to tweet out if you have any questions, any whatever. Put them down on under our tweet, and we'll read them off to you. Now, bonus points if you're on the Make Us Better Discord. I will also ask there, and that will be our priority. So please, I'll put the Discord link under the YouTube description. Follow us there. It's a fantastic community with gamers that aren't just PlayStation, Xbox, Nintendo. It's fantastic. It's a family. With that, I've been fucking insulted by a man named Jams. Okay? Jams comes over here. He has a fantastic YouTube channel, right? He does Wii U games. The brave soul reviews games that nobody's played before.
I'm the most awkward controller ever.
All right? It's awful, but he does it because he is, I guess, a sadist. But here's the thing, right? Jams has a better channel than mine. I'll admit it. You guys should check out Jams as well because his videos are hilarious. And he didn't have to, I think he's a patron. And if he is, if he isn't, you throw me $1 because I just helped you out here, buddy. I'm only kidding. That's for other Xbox podcasts to do. Here, he has a question for us. What is your favorite PlayStation franchise? Wait for it. The 5 there are. Winky face. Well, first off, Jams, a fuck-a-doodle-doo to you.
Yes, sir.
And I'm sorry, Jams. We don't have fantastic games like Mario Run, Metroid Other M, Metroid Federation Force, any Kirby game because they're all awful. We don't have any other Paper Mario game that isn't the Thousand Year Door because they're all awful too. We don't have Zelda 2. We don't have that Zelda game on the Philips because that was awful also. So I guess what? I guess Nintendo's running out of ideas because they keep on remaking them every single generation. How many Mario Karts? How many carts are you going to need?
I think you just named all the franchises that Nintendo owns.
Yeah.
Kirby.
Oh, shit.
Mario. Zelda.
Oh, shit.
What else is there?
Metroid? Jams.
Oh, and Pokemon.
Yeah. Well, they don't even own Pokemon.
That's true. They don't.
It's the Pokemon company. They can think for themselves, Jams. Can you, sheeple? Answer your question. It is The Last of Us, Uncharted, Horizon, and Ratchet and Clank, Jak and Daxter. All those are fantastic games.
Yeah.
Ooh, have you ever heard of a game called Bloodborne? Huh?
Oh, yeah. Uh-huh. You ever heard of a game maker called David Cage and Heavy Rain?
Oh,
and
we've heard too much about him.
That's true. God of War.
Huh? Have you heard?
Yeah.
Silence the fools. Silence them because they don't know any better. We got one more piece of news.
We'll bring it down a little bit. A much more calmer question.
Calmer.
Yeah.
Zen. And it is our last If I Was Shoe for this evening. So, holy crap. We gave you If I Was Shoe once. If I Was Yeezy. And we're going to give you another If I Was Shoe. So here we go. Ready? If the PlayStation 5 was released, what would it have system performance-wise? Would it have physical media? Would it still be relevant? Would they offer backwards compatibility? Or what type of power are we boasting here? I'm gonna spark notes it from Senor Nasty Boots, Mr. Aaron Doherty, a Patreon supporter and a good old buddy of mine. Unlike James, who's a bit of a dick. Okay, so this is a question. It's a great question. It is a loaded question because that's so much stuff we got to unpack here. So, step by step, Kyle.
Yes.
Is physical media going to still be relevant on the PlayStation 5? Are we going to have a disc drive? Are we going to have Blu-rays? What are we going to have here? Is it going to be strictly digital?
No. I think digital will, again, increase in Steam as a way for people to buy games.
Sure.
But physical media is still necessary.
Why is that, sir?
Why is that? Because I don't know for you, but my internet is shit.
Okay.
And a lot of the internet in our country and
it's fantastic.
a lot around the world is not great. It's not great. It will take me like 2 days to download a brand new release.
So I think
physical media is still necessary, and I think it'll still be around.
And it is a detriment, and I think it's going to be around for a very, very, very long time. You nailed it. Right here, right now in the United States, we're about to build a wall when we should be building some broadband connection, because in the Midwest and in the South, guess what? Those people, I still see people rocking DSL, right? So, like, the speeds are not great. So when we have this digital revolution, it's excluding people. I'm going to do the Bernie Sanders digital revolution. In the streets, there's going to be a little bird that flies on my shoulder. So the digital revolution is coming. It's going to be picking up steam. You're going to see GameStops in the tri-state area start going bye-bye. And I think you're going to see them kind of go into more rural areas as time goes by. They're going to see them starting to shrink, because digital is the future, but there is still a place for physical, because not everybody has an awesome internet connection. And again, publishers and developers want all the money possible. So that's why you even see indie games go digital, because there's collectors who A, want that nostalgia, and B, people that don't have a great internet connection. Even though they're small games, they're attracting another audience. So okay, physical media.
And as far as disk drive, I think PS5 has to have a 4K drive.
Yeah.
I think that's a big misstep for the Pro, that it doesn't have that capability.
It's true. You know what other system has Blu-ray? A technology of Sony's?
What?
A little shitty system called the fucking Wii U. Take that, James. What's the power of the PlayStation 5 looking? What is the bare minimum for me? Because you went
It's gotta
first,
be.
it's only fair.
No, it's okay.
It needs to be 4K. It
Yeah.
needs to be 60 FPS.
Mm-hmm.
This thing needs to be noticeably different and noticeably better. You know, when the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One entered the ring, yeah, they were sizable feats for the 360 and the PS3, but they were also entering in a time of of getting out of a recession. So these machines theoretically could have been more powerful, but they are what they are. So for me, if we're talking somewhere mid 2020s, we'll talk about dates in a minute.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it has to be 4K. It has to be noticeably different, and it has to appeal to people who are buying 4K TVs in droves. So that's why I think. What do you think, Kyle?
I think you hit the nail on the head. I'm not much of a numbers guy as far as power goes. I'm not well versed in it, but it bare minimum 4K and 60 frames per second. It's got to be what it's capable of.
Backwards compatibility, yay or nay?
Yay.
I think you're right there too, because you know PS3 you couldn't. Like, I love the people like Xbox fanboys like, you guys got backwards compatibility, and then we're like, do you guys have actual games worth playing? They're like, you got Sea of Thieves. We're like, do you guys have actual games worth playing? You know, yeah, I'm only kidding. I'm gonna buy Sea of Thieves Day One Rare. I love you. So I think backwards compatibility you weren't able to on the PlayStation 3 because of that cell processor, and it's such a bitch to program for. So I think by time the PlayStation 5 comes out, it needs to be backwards compatible with the PlayStation 4.
And I think it'll definitely.
There's no excuse.
I think Sony will follow Microsoft's lead in a way and do what they did, where you put a 360 game in your Xbox One, and it kind of downloads it from the store, and you have it there. You have a digital version of it.
I got a question for you.
Yeah.
How many terabytes is it? Terabizzles, as it gets called.
Terabytes?
Yeah. We got one minuscule terabyte, it seems.
Yeah, that's a good question, because games are getting bigger.
Yep.
Patches are getting bigger.
It's true.
I would love to see it at it's probably not going to happen. Like a 20 terabyte, 25 terabyte.
Holy shit, Kyle.
Go big, Joe. I'm tired of deleting games to make room. You know what I'm saying? But no, I don't know. What's a number you would think?
Okay, so you just described a black hole that is ever gaping. So
the PS5 will be like a giant server, like a server farm, right?
Okay, yeah. I think 4. 4's fine. It's fine.
Yeah.
I also feel like they are going to dick us over and only give us 2 and make us feel like we should be grateful for it. That's just a fear, because you know the whole making external hard drives so popular to me is just a lazy way of doing something that should be in your console already.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm not a fan of buying externals. That's why when Mr. Dave Moore, you know, Mr. Sheeple number 1 over there at Xbox Drive is like, I bought a 4 terabyte hard drive. Dude, don't do that. The Xbox One X should not have, or he doesn't have an X. We need to get him an X. I'm going to retweet something. You got to retweet it too. The Xbox One X, though, when he gets it, it's inevitable. It's going to happen. It should not be 1 terabyte. I think that's insulting. This thing is huge. It's meant to do these huge 4K files.
Yeah.
To me, I think they missed the bar there. It should have been. I mean, my Xbox One S, the Gears of War one, had, what, like 2 or 4 terabytes? Why couldn't you do that with the X? Mm-hmm. Ugh. Don't like it. So I think 4 is minimal. But we'll see. Lastly, when is this thing coming out? What do you think?
I think 2020 is a good guess.
Okay.
I think we'll get another February event,
Okay.
much like we got with the PS4. Is that where you're thinking, around 2020?
Exactly. Yeah, Barbara Walters is also going to walk out on stage. She's still alive, I hope. Or else I'm just a heartless bastard.
No, I'm pretty sure you're going to clear it.
Okay, cool.
I think she's good.
And she's like, I used to run a show. I don't know where I am. Where are my grandkids? And here's a box.
This is like the Imitation episode.
I know, right? Oh, my God. Kyle, that's all we got for you. So thank you guys for the viewer mail. Seriously, You guys are fantastic. Thankfully, we're doing this remaster episode, this do-over, because last episode, how dare me, and again, I'm an honest dude, I'll admit it, I forgot to thank the patrons. What a heartless bastard. So here I am.
I was giving him shit for it after we stopped.
I know, and you're such a good man for doing that. So here's the deal, gang. Over here on patreon.com/makeusbetter, you could go ahead and make us better. $1 a day, I say it, keeps the debtors at bay, but it's way more serious than that. The reason why we're able to do this, video communication Skype thing on YouTube every single week is because of Patreon. The reason why I have, equipment like I have right now is because of people who support me. The reason why we have this awesome logo, this awesome new banner, it's all because of the generosity of so many strangers that I call family, and I owe so much to. And so with that, I want to thank, first and foremost, Platinum Executive Producer Corey Hicks. I want to thank our executive producers, Nick Melissa, James Johnson, Jesse Armstrong, Akalako motherfucking Schaefer, David Ray, Mike Drummy, Brendan Myers, Aaron Doherty. Sorry, Aaron, please don't pull your money because I just did that horrible Irish accent. Martini Jean from Abella Beyond. What's up, my man? Joel Brooks, Karen Smith, the glorious one himself, Mr. Moody. What's up, my dude? And then, you know what? I'm going to, because hashtag be grateful, or be dead, that's what I'm going to say. I also want to thank our producers because, again, we got this awesome banner and logo, and it's because of you guys, too. So, I want to thank the Nintendo dads, Ryan Black, Gabe Hills, Grouchy Surge. I always I fuck up your name, and I apologize. You're gonna tweet at me. You're gonna say something real nasty. I deserve it. Luke Lore, Antonio. I want to thank Garrett. I want to thank Ryan Turford. I want to thank Chris McCracken. Holy shit, what a name! That's fake, Chris. You and I
it's a great name.
Know it. John Wall, what an amazing human being. Dallas Robbins, Mark Carabin from the Warp Whistle podcast. Check him out. Matthew Knight. Seamus Mullins, what's up, my dude? Mitchell Poppins, Andrew, I'm not going to pronounce that name because you're going to slap me. Big Mark P. Andy, you're going to slap me for that last name too. Rybo, what's up, my dude? Patrick, Michael Reeve, Jesse Sakin, Zell, I'm just going to call you, what's up? Adam Leonard, this is Adam, dude. He is so amazing. He's from Megadads. He is the artist, and he's so ironic. He's also a patron. He made the logo and the banner. I'm gonna link out to his shop that he owns. He has some amazing stuff. Check him out. Check out Megadads. It's amazing. Joey Hare. There's only one joke. Come on, you need to change it. And Mickey, what's up, my dude? Discord. Josh Stapleton. TJ. Gary Gray, Spencer Stapleton, Fluxipose, Tim Alf, and Alex Van motherfucking Aiken.
What's up, Alex?
Yeah. From OK Beast, one of the best podcasts and websites fucking ever. And that guy's, dude, super talented. Holy shit.
Yeah.
That guy.
If you have not checked out any of their videos, I think the first one you need to check out is the Undertale vid they did. Yeah. It's so good. They have a level of polish on their videos that are, it's rare to find on YouTube. Yeah. For people that do it in their spare time.
Fantastic. Yeah. Like that's the only dude, the OK Beast, man, holy shit, blessing. Their whole podcast is just so on point. It's fantastic. They're going somewhere. Just like the trophy room. You could check out every week, every Tuesday. Except today because we were late. That's my bad. But with that said, I also want to thank, because I'm hashtag Kendrick Lamar humble over here. That's all the kids say. I don't know who he is either. I want to thank the Make Us Better crew. I want to thank Toby. I want to thank Bobby. I want to thank Sean. Thank you guys so much. This week has been crazy, amazing. Thank you. Kyle, thank you as well. I feel like I'm going to die in my sleep or something. Why am I thinking, everybody? I don't know. If I get shot, just know it was Jams. He's gonna run in here. He's like, "See, Super Tyrannus," and I'm just fucking done.
Well, it's been a fun run, Joe. In case it happens, it's been a fun run.
You get the reins. Remember that, okay?
Okay. Oh boy. All right.
And Kyle.
Yeah.
The money is in the banana stand.
There's always money in the banana stand.
Kyle, where can they find you?
You can find me at WhoDatNinja73. Don't forget to send us those screenshots of that trophy. Go play KNACK, and then send it our way.
Yeah. You can check me out at Bad Bit Games over there on YouTube. And at Mr. Bad Bit on Twitter. Again, follow us so that the day before we go live, we record, you get to ask us questions. We'll answer them on the show. And maybe even sexy questions.
Oh boy.
It's Valentine's Day tomorrow. Oh, I dated the episode. Gosh darn it. Oh, everybody. Hey, have fun hunting some trophies and keep playing PlayStation.